African women's football is rising like never before. And leading the charge is the Nigerian Super Falcons, Africa's most successful women's national team. They've dominated the continent with record African Women's Cup of Nations titles, qualified for World Cups consistently, and produced some of the most gifted players the women's game has ever seen. But what makes this new era even more special is how many of these Super Falcons stars are not only making their names at home, but also thriving in Europe's most competitive leagues. From England's Women's Super League to France's Division 1 Feminine, Italy's Serie A Feminile, Portugal's Liga BPI, and Spain's Liga F, Nigerian stars are shining brightly. This video post is dedicated to celebrating 5 of the very best Super Falcons players who are making huge waves across Europe. Each one has a different journey, some born and trained abroad, some who started on Nigerian soil and fought their way through to the biggest stages. What unites them is their Nigerian heart, their passion for the green and white jersey, and their ability to inspire the next generation of African girls to dream big. So buckle up, as we count down from number 5 to number 1 the top 5 Super Falcons players currently in Europe. Number 5, Rinsola Babajide, Roma, Italy. Rinsola Babajide's story is one of persistence, evolution, and finally finding home in the green and white of Nigeria. Born in London in 1998, Rinsola was always destined for football. She came through youth football in England, shining at Millwall Lionesses before bigger opportunities came calling. Her breakthrough came at Liverpool Women, one of the most popular clubs in England. At Anfield, Babajide's speed, flair, and ability to take on defenders one-on-one earned her the reputation of a nightmare winger. But as Liverpool Women struggled in the WSL at the time, Babajide often carried much of the attacking burden on her shoulders. She later had loan spells at Brighton and then moved abroad to Spain's UD Tenerife, where she became a consistent starter. Her form there caught attention across Europe. And in July 2025, Babajide signed a 2-year deal with AS Roma Women, one of the giants of Italian women's football. That move was a turning point. Roma had ambitions not just domestically but in the UEFA Women's Champions League, and for a Nigerian winger to be part of that project is significant. Internationally, Rinsola had represented England's youth teams up to U21. But in 2023, she made a bold decision. She switched allegiance to Nigeria, making her Super Falcons debut in October that year. It was a statement of pride of belonging to her roots and contributing to the Falcons' legacy. On the pitch, Babajide is known for lightning pace. She's one of the fastest attackers in Europe. 1 volt 1 dribbling, fearless when isolating defenders. Versatility, can play on either wing. Rinsola represents the new wave of diaspora talent choosing Nigeria. Her move to Roma shows she's still climbing higher, and her Super Falcons involvement means she's part of the team's present and future. In Europe, her club football keeps her sharp against some of the world's best defenders. Rinsola's journey proves that no matter where your roots begin, coming back to represent your homeland brings a sense of fulfillment money or fame can't buy. Number 4, Jennifer Echegini, Paris Saint-Germain, France. Jennifer Echegini is arguably the most exciting young attacking midfielder Nigeria has produced in recent times. Born in the Netherlands but raised partly in England, Jennifer's journey took her across continents. She started out in academies at Arsenal and Millwall, showing her promise early on. Her development then took her to the United States, where she played college football with Mississippi State Bulldogs and later Florida State Seminoles. In the highly competitive NCAA environment, she matured, learned tactical discipline, and honed her goal-scoring instincts. Her breakthrough into the European big leagues came in 2024 when she signed for Juventus Women. Even in a short stint, she made an immediate impact, scoring goals, creating chances, and quickly becoming a fan favorite. Her ability to arrive late into the box, her vision, and her finishing stood out. Just months later, in July 2024, European powerhouse Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, came knocking. Jennifer signed a 3-year deal, keeping her in Paris until 2027. That's massive. PSG is a club that consistently battles for the French league against Lyon, and regularly competes deep into the UEFA Women's Champions League. Internationally, Echegini has already begun to make her mark with the Super Falcons. She adds creativity in midfield, goals from deep, and composure under pressure. Her style of play: box-to-box energy, covers ground effortless. Technical elegance, close control, dribbling, and passing vision. Goal threat, often scores from midfield. Jennifer represents the bridge between future and present. At just 23, she's already in one of Europe's biggest clubs. She has time to become the heartbeat of Nigeria's midfield for the next decade. Jennifer's journey reminds us that roots can spread wide, from Nigeria to England, the US to Italy, and now France, but talent and determination always find their way to the top. Number 3, Christy Ucheibe, SL Benfica, Portugal. When you talk about consistency, reliability, and quiet excellence, Christy Ucheibe's name deserves to shine. She might not always get the headlines, but ask anyone who follows Portuguese football and they'll tell you she's a rock. Christy joined SL Benfica Women in early 2020. Since then, she has made over 150 appearances for the club, a milestone that shows her importance. Benfica, in that period, won multiple Liga BPI titles, domestic cups, and competed regularly in the UEFA Women's Champions League. For the Super Falcons, Christy is a defensive midfielder who provides balance. She breaks up play, shields the backline, and allows creative players like Ajibade or Echegini to shine. She's also been praised for her leadership and calmness under pressure. Her strengths: ball recovery, excellent tackling and interceptions. Positioning, always in the right place at the right time. Distribution, simple but effective passing to launch attacks. Why she's in this list? Few Nigerians in Europe have been as consistent for their club as Christy. Benfica trust her completely. Her durability and performances in Europe show her elite professionalism. Christy teaches us that you don't always need to be the star to be invaluable. Reliability is a form of greatness too. Number 2, Rashidat Ajibade, Paris Saint-Germain, France. If there's one player who symbolizes leadership and flair in equal measure, it's Rashidat Ajibade. Known fondly as Rash, she's been at the heart of the Falcons' success for years. Ajibade's European career began at Avaldsnes, Norway, before she made a big move to Atletico Madrid, Spain, in 2021. At Atletico, she developed into one of the most exciting attackers in La Liga Femenina, scoring goals, providing assists, and earning recognition as one of Nigeria's brightest stars abroad. But in August 2025, Ajibade completed a blockbuster transfer to Paris Saint-Germain Women, signing a 2-year deal. That move elevated her to one of Europe's true elite clubs. Internationally, Ajibade has been immense. She captained Nigeria at the 2024 WAFCON, leading the team to victory and winning the Player of the Tournament award. Her energy, creativity, and leadership set her apart. Her playing style: explosive dribbling, she thrives in tight spaces. Goal scoring, arrives in the box with precision. Leadership, a natural captain, always leading by example. Why she's in this list? Ajibade is both a leader and a game changer. Her PSG move cements her as one of the most important African players in Europe today. Ajibade shows us that when talent is matched with discipline, ambition, and heart, greatness follows. Number 1, Chiamaka Nnadozie, Brighton and Hove Albion, England. At the very top of this list is the guardian of the posts, the fearless goalkeeper who has grown into a global star, Chiamaka Nnadozie. Nnadozie's rise is the stuff of legend. From humble beginnings in Owerri, Nigeria, she rose quickly at Rivers Angels before earning a move to Paris FC, France. In Paris, she became one of the best goalkeepers in France, pulling off jaw-dropping saves, earning UEFA Women's Champions League exposure, and becoming a constant figure in Goalkeeper of the Year shortlists. In 2025, she made a bold move to the Women's Super League, joining Brighton and Hove Albion. That transfer was a statement. Brighton wanted a world-class keeper, and Nnadozie fit the bill. Internationally, she has been Nigeria's No. 1 for years, with standout performances at the FIFA Women's World Cup and multiple WAFCON tournaments. Her ability to save penalties, command her box, and inspire teammates has made her a fan favorite. Shortlisted for the 2025 Yachine Trophy, Best Goalkeeper in the World. Golden Glove. At WAFCON 2024. Consistently ranked among top 5 goalkeepers worldwide. Why she's number 1. Nnadozie isn't just good, she's world class. She is arguably the best African goalkeeper in history and one of the best in the world right now. Her move to the WSL makes her Nigeria's most visible ambassador in Europe. Nnadozie proves that hard work, humility, and faith can take you from local pitches in Nigeria to the global stage as one of the best. The Super Falcons are blessed with talent everywhere, but their growing impact in Europe's biggest leagues is something every Nigerian can be proud of. From Babajide's flair in Italy, to Echegini's elegance in France, Ucheibe's consistency in Portugal, Ajibade's leadership at PSG, and Nnadozie's brilliance in England, these women are carrying the torch of African football proudly. They are more than footballers, they are role models, trailblazers, and proof that African women belong on the world stage. And as they continue to shine in Europe, they remind us that the story of Nigerian football is still being written and the best chapters may yet be ahead.